Let's see. Good evening. It's time for the news. I'm your host for the night, Catboy Kunhua. In the news, Toy Story 4 is going to be a prequel that focuses on Andy's mother's toys, which coincidentally are also called Woody and Buzz. Newt Gingrich commented recently that liberal people are supposed to be the type who support human rights and the idea that people with disabilities should have equal labor opportunities. Yet now there's a mentally disabled guy running the White House and all they do is complain.
That's funny.
When Kim Jong met Donald Trump, some questioned whether he could actually speak English, but it's been reported that Trump managed to get out several sentences without any trouble. After the meeting, Trump was asked about negotiating with a North Korean dictator who has threatened to destroy America, to which Trump said, "I'm not going to let another Asian steal another American job." After the supposedly successful peace talks in Singapore, Kim Jong has offered to host peace talks between Canada and the United States. After the G7 summit, relationships between the United States and its allies hit an all-time low with rather extreme comments coming from the Trump administration. Some of them commenting there's a special place in hell for Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Trump also accused Justin of having a secret press conference. Secret press conference. In context, the press conference could be considered secret from Trump's point of view, as it was not being rebroadcast on Fox and Friends. One of the reasons why Trump got so upset at the G7 summit was because the French Prime Minister Macron, Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau, and the European Union leader Jean-Claude kept speaking in French all the time they were around Trump. And while they were doing so, they kept dropping the name Mueller, Stormy, and Manafort, and then they would laugh heartily. The summit was, as some say, extremely awkward because Donald Trump imposed aluminum and steel tariffs upon all 6 countries right before the G7 summit. One pundit said it was as if someone slept with all 6 wives of half dozen of his friends and then asked them if they're still up for the fishing trip this weekend. The leaders of all 6 countries signed a sharp condemnation, to which the leaders added if Trump refused to remove the tariffs, they were all going to give the White House a lousy rating on Yelp and Google Maps. The rift is so big that some allies and news sources were referring to the summit as the G6+1, to which Donald Trump retorted, "No one told me math was involved, and that's the reason why he left early." Trump says he is diametrically opposed on many key issues with his counterparts and does not want to be lectured by them. He complained they kept making false statements that free trade is good for everyone, global warming is destroying the planet, and a bidet is not a drinking fountain. Trump then went on to complain that both German Chancellor Angela Merkel and British Prime Minister Theresa May are too politically correct. He said he could not understand them when they call a truck as a lorry, an elevator as a lift, and Muslims are people. The man chairing the G7 summit was quoted as saying, "Under the circumstances, I would consider this summit to be a success if it does not produce an open rupture between the United States and its allies. Anything else is gravy." To which Trump said, "No one told me gravy was involved. You can count me at the next summit." And that's the way you wish it wasn't. I'm Catboy Kunhua.
Yay, Catboy! Woo!
Yay.